Hollywood friendships are often misunderstood. Some are built on fame, some on convenience, and a rare few are forged through years of shared struggle, trust, and quiet respect. For decades, Rob Reiner and Christopher Guest were inseparable in the public imagination, two young performers who helped redefine television comedy and later reshaped American film. But what most people never heard was how Christopher Guest truly felt about Rob Reiner. Not until after Reiner's passing did Guest finally speak with honesty, not to shock, but to clarify a story that had long been oversimplified. What he revealed wasn't scandal. It was something far more human. How it all began: two very different men. Rob Reiner and Christopher Guest came from completely different worlds. Reiner grew up surrounded by comedy royalty, the son of Carl Reiner, raised in a household where humor and storytelling were everyday language. Guest, on the other hand, was private, analytical, and unusually reserved, a musician and thinker as much as an actor. When they came together on All in the Family and later This Is Spinal Tap, the contrast worked perfectly. Reiner was expressive and instinctive. Guest was precise and observational. Their differences didn't clash, they balanced. The myth of an effortless friendship. From the outside, it looked easy. Two brilliant minds. Two comedic innovators. Two careers rising at the same time. But Christopher Guest later admitted that the partnership was not without tension. Reiner had a commanding presence, confident, decisive, and emotionally open. Guest, by nature, preferred control through structure and silence. There were moments, Guest said, when he felt overshadowed, not intentionally, but inevitably. And yet, he never questioned Reiner's integrity. What Guest never said, until later. For years, Christopher Guest avoided speaking publicly about Rob Reiner in any emotional detail. Not because there was bitterness, but because Guest believed some truths didn't belong in interviews. Only after Reiner's death did Guest finally explain why. He admitted that Rob Reiner was the first collaborator who truly trusted him, not just as a performer, but as a creative equal. That trust, Guest said, gave him the confidence to later create films like Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, and A Mighty Wind. Without Reiner, Guest acknowledged, that path might never have opened. The moment that changed everything. Guest recalled one quiet moment early in their careers. A moment without cameras, scripts, or audiences. Reiner had stepped aside and let Guest lead, fully, without interference. At the time, Guest didn't realize how rare that was in Hollywood. Only later did he understand that Reiner wasn't stepping back out of weakness, but out of generosity. That, Guest said, was Rob Reiner's greatest strength. Why their relationship was misunderstood. Many fans assumed the two eventually drifted apart. In truth, they simply grew differently. Reiner leaned toward emotional storytelling and broad audiences. Guest leaned toward subtle satire and controlled absurdity. Christopher Guest later clarified that there was no falling out. Just distance shaped by time, careers, and personal evolution. The respect never disappeared. The truth Guest finally admitted. After Rob Reiner's death, Christopher Guest quietly admitted something he had never said before. Rob Reiner believed in him before the world did. Not as a joke writer. Not as a side character. But as a creative force. Guest acknowledged that while he often appeared reserved, Rob's faith left a permanent mark. And that gratitude never faded. This wasn't a story of rivalry. It was a story of influence. Of two very different men who, for a brief and powerful moment, helped shape each other's futures. Christopher Guest didn't wait to speak out of fear. He waited out of respect. And when he finally spoke, he told the truth, not loudly, not dramatically, but honestly. Do you think creative partnerships like this still exist in Hollywood today? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories from the legends who shaped film and television history.